Hi guys, welcome to another video. Viz here, and be an interesting video really. I'm just doing a Southampton Burnley preview. So obviously I'm going down to the game tomorrow, so I can't do this before the game. But this is how I think the lineup shall be, and this will be the players that I think will play, and this will be the way I think the game's gonna go. Obviously, it depends how good a FIFA player I am to the result on here, but I'm going to predict a 2-1 win tomorrow for Southampton against Burnley. Anyway, let's have a look at the team and let's have a look at what formation we'll be using and everything. Now, look at the team. Recently, we've been using a 5-4-1 as well as a 5, I believe it's a 5-3-2. So I'm not too sure which one Southampton are going to use tomorrow, but I hope they use a 5-4-1 because of the width. You get the wingers as well. Because unlike the 5-3-2, you have two strikers, which is good, but you don't have the wingers, which is bad because then it relies a lot on the fullbacks or the centre mid to drift out a little bit to get into space. So yeah, so I prefer this formation for now because I would love to see Eli Yonasi and hopefully Rudman get a good game in. Oops. Sorry if I'm stuttering a lot. I'm multitasking here. I'm just having a look at the news reports for the games to see whether there's any injuries or anything that I'm not aware of. Unfortunately, my phone's playing up. Come on. Okay, so interestingly, I've had a look at the previews on BBC, and they say Danny Ings will feature tomorrow. So that either means as a substitute or striker. Either way, I'm gonna put him on for now. There he is. Now you have noticed that I've already got Ings on here as a Southampton player, and that's mainly because I've gone through both teams and set up who's left and who's stayed. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. In goal, I would say probably McCarthy. Start with our strongest goalkeeper. Although I could see Angus Gunn going in between sticks later on the season. I think he's got the potential to surpass McCarthy, but I think at the moment McCarthy's probably our strongest goalkeeper, with Forster being a little bit off. Forster's a little bit, you know, he lost his confidence, and I love the guy a lot, but I don't think he's going to get game time here anymore. Next up, we're looking at the left wing back position. I want to say Bertrand for experience. During the preseason, we saw what Target. Oh wait, it's Target. Okay, I don't have Target in the squad, but I was going to say in preseason we saw what Target is capable of, and that's why I would recommend him, say, against Everton or a team like that. At the moment, I'd say against Burnley, what you want right now is just your most experienced, strongest side to start off the season on a good note. So I'm going to put Bertrand in the left wing back position, which he should have been for England over Danny Rose and Ashley Young. Unfortunately, he wasn't picked. Next up, we got the three centre backs. Now, here's where it gets tricky. I want to start Vestergaard because I think he had a strong preseason. I think he's strong, and although he's slow, he's very aggressive and he's very capable of handling the aerial balls as well as handling, you know, any players that come in trying to get past player with physique, who's not too quick, but they've got a bit of strength. He's got the perfect amount of strength. He's got the best heading. I can't really see many players getting past him unless they use pace, which is why we got the 5 at the back, which Mark Hughes will use. And that's why I am going to go with... what's Hoy's pace on it? Hoyd isn't slow, but he isn't quick. Just checking. I'd say Yoshida's quicker than that. Which is why I'm going to go with Wesley Hoyt and Yoshida to pair up with Vestergaard. So Hoyt on the left and Yoshida on the right with Vestergaard in the middle. Is that way Vestergaard can take players on, but, if they get behind him, you've got a defender on either side to back them up. Next, we're going for the right wing-back position. Cedric's recently come from illness, and he's played in 0 pre-season games, which worries me. But what doesn't worry me is the fact that he is more than capable of handling that right-hand side. He's been a fantastic player for us, and I think if he is 100% fit, you should start him. He knows his position well. Southampton doesn't have many quality right-back position players. At the moment, we only have Jan Valery and Cedric. You could put Stevens on the right back, but he wouldn't go that far up the pitch, which is when you have the wing backs, you have to have both of them going up rather than one going up and one staying back. We saw Target play in the right wing back against Celta Vigo, and that was a fantastic display by him. One sec. And that was a fantastic display by him. Target played very well on the right wing back, although it's not his natural position. He showed us the sort of form that you'd expect from him being at Fulham. When he was at Fulham, he was banging the assists in, getting the crosses in. It was a phenomenal display. And then against Celta Vigo, to get both the crosses in, to set up the 2 assists as well. He was phenomenal. So I have to say, if Cedric does go out injured, then I'd start looking to bring Target into the role and seeing whether he can cope with the right wing back. So there's our defence as well as goalkeeper. I think that's fairly strong. I think that's fairly capable of handling the Burnley strikers. Next up, we have the wingers. Now, unfortunately, Southampton didn't get the wingers that I wanted them to get. They got Elianasi, which was fantastic, but they needed that one more winger to set up the depth, because at the moment, you only have 2 wingers. You have Elianasi, Redmond. I suppose you could say you've also got Josh Sims, who can play on the wing, but he's not of the quality that, can start every game. So unfortunately, we don't have a lot of depth in the winger position. But I would say Elianasi should start tomorrow in the left mid, because I know that he's capable of... Hold on, let me see if I can try and do this. I don't think they have the formation here, which is a real bummer, because I would love to have the wingers much further up the pitch. I said up twice. I would much prefer to have the wingers slightly further up the pitch. No, we can't. Where'd that formation go? God dang it. I am failing at this massively. Let's see if we can move the players up. See, this is what they're lacking in this one. You can't move... Oh wait, you can adjust... Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to move him slightly as left winger. Yeah. There we go, that's better. So at the moment, I feel as if... Let's go centre mids first. We'll come back to wingers. So Højbjerg played very well towards the end of the season. He did very well against Wigan, and I feel as if in pre-season he's definitely showed that he can command his area, and he looks to be one of those players coming up who, at the start, he didn't show his worth, but now he's really proving himself. So I'd say we have to start Højbjerg. And then instead of Romeu, I'm going to go with Armstrong because I feel as if Armstrong proved a point during his pre-season as well. And proved a point that, what do you call it? No, I've changed my mind. And I keep changing my mind. I'm sorry about that, guys. Because things come to me, I think, okay, yes and no. We're going to go without wingers. We're going to have Armstrong as a cam, Højbjerg as a centre mid, and then the second centre mid will be indeed, where is he? Our second centre mid will be Romeu because we need the physical, aggressive midfielder in the middle just to be able to take the ball away from Burnley when it's needed. At the moment, without the wingers, it's a bit, unfortunately, because of this formation, without the wingers, you can't expose those spaces down the flank. So we would obviously need some strong players in the middle to be able to cope with that. Now we have Højbjerg and sorry for my phone going off. Now we have Højbjerg and we have Romeu, who are strong centre mids who can easily command their area. Then we have Armstrong as a centre attacking mid who's proved his point at Celtic. He proved his point in pre-season, and I think he's our next Stephen Davis, if I'm honest. He's done fantastically well, and he makes those runs. He makes the creative passes, and he makes those runs, and he's been linking up very well with Gabbiadini during pre-season, so I'd love to see him start. So I'm going to put him in the cam role. And as for the strikers, we were told Ings would start. Well, Ings would feature in the game, so I'm going to put Danny Ings up front for now. And then we're going to swap Unedited for Gabbiadini, as I feel as if Gabbiadini would probably be our best striker right now. He links very well with Armstrong. He links very well with Armstrong, and I do think that both of them together will do very well during the game. So I think with this formation, 2-1 win against Burnley. And then during halfway through the game, I reckon I'll swap it out, take off a striker and take out the cam and have two wingers. So yeah, that's how I think the game will line up as. As for the bench, I'd say Unedited, Austin will be on the bench. You'd then have Lemina for centre mid. You'd have Redmond for the wing. You wouldn't have Josh Sims, in my opinion. You would instead have Ward-Prowse for centre mid position, and I would take. Don't think Shane Long will feature this game, if I'm honest. So those are my substitutes. You have Unedited and Redmond, just in case you need wingers. You've also got Austin, just in case you need another striker. You've got Lemina, backup for the centre mids, because Lemina is strong centre mid. He's very skillful, and he can easily get the job done if you need him to. Then we also have Ward-Prowse, who is a fantastic player. I'm very glad not to see him go to Watford. He can either play as a right mid, or he can play as a centre mid or centre attacking mid. It'll be absolutely fine, and I'm glad to see that he gives good depth to the team as well. We also have Stevens, who's a good centre back. He's quite quick as well, if I'm right. Yeah, he's quick. He's not too quick, but he's quick. He's also decent heading, decent tackling. He's an all-round defender like Yoshida. So obviously you want him on the bench for a game like this, where if either one of those three centre-backs go off, you could easily bring on somebody just like them, if not better. And then we have Angus Gunn on the bench, because like I said, I reckon Gunn will surpass McCarthy at some point, and if if Saints do need to bring on a goalkeeper, I reckon Gunn will be ready to step in. But I'm sure they won't need to substitute a goalkeeper. Yeah, so that's my formation for this game. I'm going to save that. And, yep. Just turning on the light. So, yeah, there's a formation. Yeah, there's a formation for the Burnley game, and I reckon that'll do us some good, to be honest. Moving on to Burnley. Now, let's create a new one. Now, if I was Sean Dyche, I think 4-4-2 wouldn't be a bad formation for this. I do believe Sean Dyche's favourite formation isn't 4-4-2, it's 4-4-1-1 if I'm correct, having a centre forward behind the striker. Now I'm just scrolling through some research just so I know. Yep, it's a 4-4-2 with a centre forward or cam just behind a striker. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Now, so let's change that real quick. There we go, 4-4-1. Now, in goal, unfortunately, because of recent injuries to Nick Pope as well as Tom Heaton, which wasn't really recent, they have no choice but to start either Joe Hart or Lindegaard. I love Lindegaard to bits, but for this game you want to start Joe Hart, someone who's got experience and someone who wants to prove himself massively. Now, in the left back, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to say about these players because I'm not too well known to these players. I know a couple of them, I know what they're good at, and I know roughly how they play. Joe Hart, he needs to prove himself after the Man City game, and I think he can do so with Burnley. It's just that whether or not he picks up his form is such a situation that Fraser Forster finds himself in. Makes a few mistakes, he gets criticised, he loses confidence, and he just never picks back up, does he? Now, I think it's key that Joe Hart picks himself back up, like Fraser Forster needs to, and I'm sure he'll do it at Burnley. Now, as a left-back position, I would say Brady, but in my opinion, I'd like to see Brady in the left-back position. Let me just check who's injured. So, Tom Heaton is available, but Joe Hart is likely to stay in the goal after his performances in Europa League. I think they probably just want to give Tom Heaton a bit of space to sort of like recover and everything. I believe they said Wood is injured. It's Wood or Ward, one of them. Let me just double check that. Chris Wood. Now, I hope this guy's name is Chris, because he's not available apparently. So we're going to put Sam Vokes there just for now. So the left back position, Burnley will probably start Ward, but I'd like to see Brady in it. So let's just double check. Yeah, I reckon they should start Brady over Ward. I mean, Ward is a good defender. He's like a centre-back in the left-back position. He's a good defensive full-back. But when Southampton are likely to expose the middle and not the flanks, you want not Tom Brady. Why am I saying Tom Brady? You want Robbie Brady in that left-back position to be able to run down the wings. And being an Ireland fan and all, I know that Brady's capable of doing a lot of great things down the wing. We also have... Wait, he can play left-back in this game, okay. We also have me I don't really have many comments about this one. I know that he's a good defender, and I know that he's probably Burnley's favourite defender. So we're going to leave me in there for now. I think it's probably best to leave Tarkowski on there as well, as he's played very well for Burnley throughout the years. Even though they got Ben Gibson now, I can't see Ben Gibson starting in a game where you need experience and teamwork and chemistry within the team. So Tarkowski, me, they're staying in the squad for now. You've also got the two right backs to choose from. You've got Bardsley and Lowton. I think Lowton's definitely going to start. I can see a lot of great attributes on Lowton, unlike Bardsley. And Bardsley is turning 33, so, well, 34 in real life. So I think it's best to keep Lowton in that right back position. I hope Burnley look at signing a new right back soon, because with both their right backs getting a bit older, they're going to start to decline, and players will use pace down the right flank, well, the left flank for them, and they'll be able to get past the Burnley right backs easy. So that's my defence, and that's my goalkeepers. I think it's a strong line there. Then you have the wings. They're every day of the week they're going to start Goodmanson. He's been phenomenal for Burnley. And he's just one of those cheap alternatives to, say... He's a great playmaker. That's all I'm going to say. He's a great playmaker playing for a team that's underrated. And he's very underrated within the Premier League. He's a great player, and I can see him doing very well this season. He can play on the left mid, which is good. So we're going to keep him on the left mid. Then we got the centre mid options. Yeah. Then you got the centre mid options. In my opinion, they are probably going to start. Whether they start Westwood or Defoe, it depends mainly on form and which player is match fit for the game, because a lot could change within the game. And I'm just looking through Vidra now because I was interested, because he's transferred from Derby and he's got great finishing. I was interested to see how good he was. Yeah, so I believe, in my opinion, they're going to start Defoe because of experience, and it just depends which players match fit on the day and who really wants to gain more. Jack Cork is obviously going to start against his former team. I loved him when he was at Southampton, and he's still a great player. And yeah, I'm going to leave him where he is. He's good at winning the ball back. He's good at getting the passes in. There's nothing more you can really say about Jack Cork. He's a well-rounded guy, and as a person, he's a great guy to be around. You know, he cheers the team up. I used to call him the clown, but now I think of him as like that captain figure who always goes around double checking the players, and he's just a fantastic player. Then we got, I'm going to say, we have Lennon on the right wing, mainly because he's experienced. He's quick when he can be. He's not been that quick lately, but he can be quick. As a striker, they're both very similar. But in the striker role, I can see them starting. So Chris Wood is unavailable, so they're probably going to have one of these strikers on the bench. And I can see it being... Oh, this is tough, isn't it? I can see Sam Vokes staying on the pitch just because he has the knowledge of Southampton, what they're capable of. Being a Southampton fan and everything, he's been at a few Saints games and he's been watching Southampton not only when he was younger, but even now. He was last spotted at Wembley watching Southampton in the Cup. So I can see him playing, knowing the fact that he knows how Southampton's going to play. Now, the main problem is whether Burnley are going to start Hendrick, who's a fantastic centre attacker mid. He's all-rounded. or whether they're going to start Vidra, who's a new transferred player. He's quite quick, he's quite good at scoring. He's basically a striker, but in this game he's a cam. Now I can see them starting Hendrick instead, bringing Vidra on if they needed it. They've already got a new signing starting in this game, and I can see them playing Vidra and Barnes if things with Vokes and Hendrick doesn't work out. Now that's how I think Burnley's going to line up, if I'm honest. And I think it's a pretty strong lineup. There could be a few things that Burnley could do to improve the lineup, but it's a fairly strong lineup in my opinion. Now just to sort out the bench, you need Lindegaard on the bench for Heaton. We're going to keep... Wait, didn't I just transfer this guy out? Isn't this... No, this is... Is this Kevin Long or... Yeah, I think it's Kevin Long. I'm not sure if he's in the team still or not, but we will... won't swap him out because this team has no depth at all. Brilliant. We're going to put on Jonathan Walters, who can play on the right wing. Actually, no, we're not. I think we're going to leave things like that, with Ward being on the bench. I didn't realise Taylor played. Decent left back. But yeah, that's how I think the team's going to line up, if I'm honest. Probably take long off for him. Westwood as a backup for the centre mid role. And there we have it. That's a subs bench. Barnes is a good striker. He's just as good as Sam Vokes, so there's no reason to leave him out of the subs bench. You also have Vidra, who's a brand new player. He needs time to fit in, but if he's needed, he can make an impact, so I'm going to put him on the bench. Nkudo, I hope I pronounced that right. I'm not sure if he's still playing for Burnley. I swear he was on loan from Spurs, so I'm going to take him off because I don't think he should be in the squad. I'm going to take him off for Walters, who can play on the wing as well. Then you've got Westwood, who's a good centre mid, and on the day, just, you know, he can be good on the day. Sometimes he's not good on the day. It just really depends on how the players feel. Then you got Ward, who is a good left back, if not centre back in my opinion. He's very well rounded in the defence, but like I said, in the defence, I can't really see him sprinting up the pitch like Brady does. Then we have Gibson, who's a brand new signing for Burnley, signed from, I think it's Middlesbrough, for 15 million. He's a good centre back. It's just that in this game, he's not been treated as nicely as other centre backs. He's a good one, but he's not as good as me or Tarkowski, in my opinion. And there's no reason to have a third centre back when that's not the formation that Burnley play. Then you also have Lindegaard, who's done well in the absence of Heaton and Pope. But Joe Hart is going to make an effort here. He played in the last Burnley game against a Turkish team. I can't quite remember the name. But I expect him to play Hart over Lindegaard. Now, I believe that's a formation they will play against us, and I believe that's how they will start. So all that's left now is to play the game. Once it loads out, of course. Here's the thing. I've already downloaded and applied the latest squad, so I don't know why they're doing that. And no, we're not playing Portsmouth. As much as I'd love to see Southampton Portsmouth, we're not playing Southampton Portsmouth. Now, it's at St Mary's, so go home. The kits are different now, but I still think Southampton play their home kit, Burnley play their home kit as well. There's not much difference. Like, there's no need to change the Burnley kit when it's not too similar. Now, we're going to put this on 6 minute and a half. Put on world class. just in case I have anything wrong on here. Handball has to be on, surely. On no matter what. Okay. I think we are ready to go, guys. Yep, we are ready to go. Let's just hope for the best here. Now, this is only like a preview episode, so I'm just going to try my best. But I'm calling it before I start the game. I think I'll win this game 2-1, 3-1, maybe 3-2. But in real life, I reckon the score will be 2-1 Southampton. Burnley's recently come off a Europa League game, and I can't see them.
Martin Tyler here for you, along with Alan Smith, of course. And our football today is from the Premier League.
Please make some noise.
Southampton in action today, and they
I was trying to talk there. But yeah, in all honest opinion, I can't really see Burnley winning today after playing on Thursday and then playing next Thursday as well. It's also Southampton's best interest to start this season with a bang after a dreadful last season with Hughes having to come save the day.
Burnley.
So let's start.
The teams are ready and bursting to get the game underway. Here's the Southampton team for you. Ryan Bertrand starts with Cedric Soares in the fullback positions. Oriol Romeu plays today with Pierre-Emile Højbjerg in the centre of the pitch. And a partnership with these two strikers up front. This is the Burnley lineup. Joe Hart starts in goal. Robbie Brady plays with Matthew Lowe as the wide defenders.
I was meant to cross it further to Wesley Hoy.
Sam Vokes is the lone striker today. And here they are on the attack.
Oh god, that's dreadful.
Sometimes
Come on!
players think they can get away with an early foul, but he hasn't got away with this one.
Okay.
Well, the player's not happy about the yellow card. It's a burden
okay,
for him,
guys,
of course,
so
for the rest of the game now.
I think Gabbiadini do well with Ings because they're both so similar. Both players can drop back if they need to.
Not having any of it.
Yes, Mark Hughes. Glad to see us updated. Okay, no worries, guys. We can still do this. Ambitious.
Well, he might have bitten off more than he can chew from that distance with that free kick.
Yeah, it's a wild one. He lost his shape there.
Here's Højbjerg.
Nice back heel.
I think he saw the look from the other player and
That's
saw
not
where
who I
the pass
passed
was
to,
going
goddammit.
and read it. Played forward, a bit of menace in this attack. Now, can he take them on? Space for the shot!
Oh my god.
Well, he's put it away brilliantly.
After a dreadful
Kind of
start.
chance. It's come to him so early in the game. But
Was
I
that
have
Sam
to say,
Vokes?
He reacted perfectly. Really sharp right from the off. And they've taken the lead here.
The man I backed up to score. The man I backed up
The first goal, it's 1-0.
to play better than Barnes. Typical. I do think he will score Burnley's goal if I'm honest.
Here's Cedric Soares.
Not sure he'll score for Southampton.
Oriol
Probably Gabbiadini if he plays.
Cedric.
And probably Armstrong.
There's a dangerous feel to this attack. It's looking good from their point of view.
Danny
Trying to
Ings!
pick out someone in the centre. It's rather skewed off his head in the
Unlucky.
end.
Yeah, he
still do
didn't
better
catch
than
it
that.
properly. I think he probably closed his eyes there.
Fun fact, did you guys know that Danny Ings owns a brick within the St Mary's Stadium?
Armstrong. It's Ings. Goodman up. In with a chance.
Oh, Gabbiadini.
Oh, this is end-to-end stuff, isn't it? I hope we're in for a bit more of the same.
There's Armstrong. Please tell me Armstrong set it
Fantastic from
up.
the neutral point of view that the game is level again.
No, Danny Ings. That will be a dynamic striker duo, in my opinion.
Well, injuries are part of the game, and that's why the substitutes are already primed to come on, and I'm sure this guy is bursting.
Westwood's coming off. Will
It's, level.
Something like that. I don't know what's
Sides
going
have
on.
scored here now. Westwood.
Very early substitute by them.
Aaron Lennon.
That's it, Bertrand. Ah, unlucky. Come on, Ings.
Jack Cork.
That's it, Bertrand.
Pressure is on, but he is managing to keep the
That's
ball.
it,
He's got
Hoy.
a bit of support if he needs it.
Pass to
Vestergaard.
Højbjerg. Højbjerg to Gabbiadini.
Well, they use the forward in these
Make the
positions.
run, Cedric,
dropping
make the
deep.
run.
He lays it off and they play from there. Oriol Romeo. That's good movement forward here.
That's it.
Whipped in from the wide area. It's out with a punch to clear the danger.
I probably shouldn't have done that. It was Cedric's weak foot for the cross as well. And that's from a sent off.
Point in the game. Is it going to be a
Don't
second
tell me
yellow?
he's sent off. He probably is. That was a disgraceful
It's
tackle.
the kind of challenge that when you're carrying a yellow card, there is a bit of risk. Too much risk for him here. He's sent off.
Yeah, as soon as he went into it, I thought he was in trouble.
Okay, we're going to play...
He realised that as well.
Now we're going to play
Here's
defensive
Højbjerg.
on the counter-attack.
Yoshida. Trying to stretch the opposition, using the wider areas here. Manolo Gabbiadini. Here's Cedric Suarez. Gabbiadini. Manolo Gabbiadini. Armstrong. Yoshida.
Vestergaard, get back. As you guys can tell, Vestergaard doesn't have pace.
Well, that's gone back to the goalkeeper. And the referee has acknowledged the flag from his assistant.
Come on, why do you have to be offside?
Manolo Gabbiadini.
That's it. Hold the ball up. Go on, Cedric, get in there if you want the ball.
Quick-witted. And
Nice,
quick
Højbjerg.
in his movement too to intercept there.
Højbjerg.
Armstrong.
I see you, Danny Ings.
This attack. Looks the goalkeeper in the eye. Shots on here. Shot blocked here.
Okay, no worries.
And there was danger, but he's
We're
cleared it.
man down, so we just got to be
Here's
careful.
Cedric Suarez.
Bertrand hasn't had much of the ball, so I'll pass to him. On the turn. No, Hendrick got to it.
Gudmundsson. Jack Cork. Gudmundsson.
Nice. Nice tempo, guys.
Maya Yoshida.
Yoshida to Højbjerg.
Here, Emil Højbjerg.
To Bertrand. Højbjerg.
Attacking now. Challenges for the ball.
Unlucky, Gabby, unlucky.
Jack Cork.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, not only is Jack Cork playing against his former team, so is Danny Ings. Danny Ings played amazingly for Burnley when he was a Burnley player, before he
Switch of
transferred
emphasis
to
going
Liverpool
inside.
and barely got a game
Armstrong.
due to injuries and competition.
Here's Cedric Suarez. Manolo Gabbiadini. Well, the
Unlucky.
signal's gone up for 2 minutes.
There will be a minimum of 2 minutes.
Jack Cork.
Added time.
Wow, is this really 6 minutes?
It's looking good, this move.
No!
Put them in front.
Ooh.
He's put it over.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the
Almost
contact
2-1.
power, but accuracy just off.
Well, everything to play for in the second.
Okay, no worries, we got this. So, time to change formation. I think we're going to have to play 4 at the back now, we're man down. Let's play 4-3-3. I think that's a good formation. I think I'll take Ings off because he's brand new to the club. He's barely had any training time with us. Armstrong can actually play on the wing, so keep that for now. Now keep your Yoshida on. He's quick. We need him there. And I shall put on Ward-Prowse. Yep, I think that's good. Actually, no, I'll put on Lamina. And if I need to, I'll switch out the right winger.
And the ball is...
My mistake. Armstrong prefers the left over the right.
Moving
Now,
again
people
for the
might be
start of the
thinking
second
that it
half.
says centre attacking mid and centre mid. Before Brendan Rodgers changed it, he used to be
On to the attack now.
he used to be attacking like a winger. Oh, no, Bertrand, you
And they've
got
cut
it.
it out.
He used to be a right or left wing. No, he was a right winger. Yeah, he could play on the.
Hello, Gabbiadini.
No, he was a left winger. He could play
Here's
on the right
Lemina.
if needed, but he was a left winger. And he had the pace. He had
Promising build-up
attacking.
until
Brendan
that
Rodgers
challenge.
thought he'd play him on centre mid.
Throw to come up
Just
now
like the song.
after the ball's gone out.
There we go.
Ryan Bertrand.
Dodgy.
Manolo Gabbiadini.
Gabby.
Did well, stuck out a foot and cut off the pass.
Gonna go balanced now because we need a goal. Southampton might play for the draw, but I never play for the draw if I'm honest.
Vestergaard.
It's either win or lose.
I think that's a good performance, isn't it, Alan, from him in the first half?
Well, he stepped forward for his team there with that equaliser, but his team haven't been, what you would say, on the best of form.
There we go. Switch. Cedric.
He's coming
Cedric.
forward.
To
with some
Eliana, see.
danger. Good defending.
Unlucky. Armstrong's going to get to it.
And now a throw-in.
No.
Substitution for Burnley. Coming off the
Just
pitch,
looking at the tactics of this match. Maybe this
Sam
substitution
Burke's coming
will
off
hold
for
the team.
Barnes, just as predicted.
Emil Højbjerg
Ashley
comes in
Barnes.
strongly. Jack Cork. Westwood. Crafting the through pass. There's a dangerous feel
Go on,
to this
Bertrand.
attack. It's
No.
looking good from their point of
Højbjerg,
view.
nice.
Manolo Gabbiadini.
Set to Armstrong. Armstrong to Lamina.
Mario
Lamina to
Lemina.
Eliana, see.
El Yunusi.
Make the sprint down the
Really
wing.
get at the opposition here.
Unlucky.
On the attack here. Armstrong. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg.
To Bertrand. Bertrand cross it in. Gabby.
Defender did
Ooh,
well to
unlucky.
get to it, but hasn't really
Armstrong.
finished the job.
Lamina missed out.
That would be a throw. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg.
Oh, what was that?
Good reading of the play, anticipating the pass.
No, just bad passing. Lamina got the ball back from Barnes.
Just read the
Nice tackle.
intentions of the
Bad
opposition
pass.
there to make the interception. Westwood. Now they've got a chance in this part of the pitch. Gets his cross in. The chance to put in a decent cross, but he's actually put in a wasteful one.
To Lamina. Yeah, that's it.
Mario Lemina.
To Gabby.
Manolo
Yes.
Gabbiadini. Striding forward.
To
Purposefully.
Armstrong. To bring it back. Pass into the box to Gabby.
The shot's on.
Ooh.
Very sharp reaction save from close in. And that's gone out for a corner.
Go on, get Yoshi in.
And it's Hart who makes a simple stop.
Okay, 17 minutes. I'm going to make a substitute. All the players are knackered. I'm going to take Armstrong off for Redmond. And then probably Gabbiadini off for Austin. Nope. Oh yeah, because I took off Ings, didn't I? Okay, no worries.
Ryan Bertrand.
To Cedric.
Here's Cedric Suarez.
Vestergaard.
Here's Yoshida. Yoshida. Bertrand. This could lead to a chance.
Armstrong.
It's good attacking play.
To cross in.
Neatly intercepted.
Trying to pass it to Gabby, but went straight to other guy instead. There we go. Nice passing.
He went in well.
Armstrong gets the ball back.
Bertrand.
Why is there nobody in the box? Come on, get in the box, guys.
Here's Højbjerg, coming on strong and looking to play their way through now. They've set it up well for the cross.
Get Gabby in the box.
Højbjerg. Come away with the ball.
I was waiting for Gabby to get in the box, he was just hanging around it.
Aaron Levy. Westwood.
Don't drift out a bit. Don't drift out too much.
It goes out wide again.
Don't get Goodmanson a chance of getting another assist.
Has nowhere to go. There's some movement in the dugout. We're going to get a change here.
There we go, Cedric.
Played down the wing, keeping the wide attack going.
To Gabby.
Gabbiadini.
Oh, come on, that wasn't offside.
We've got an angle on this offside call.
Even the fans don't think it's offside.
In all the officiating, I think. But this assistant.
Injury off the Vidra. I called that.
Wouldn't want to do that job because the speed that players move now. As it turns out, what a great call.
Yeah, I heard recently that Usain Bolt was probably going to play for, I think it was Central Coast Mariners or something.
Cedric Suarez.
The commentator was just saying he wouldn't want to be a linesman because of how quick the players are moving nowadays. Imagine Usain Bolt. They wouldn't be able to catch him on the camera. Okay, let's go all-out attack. 5 minutes to go. Gotta get a winner.
Is this going to end level, or are we
in real life,
I
think Southampton probably sit back.
It'd be tough for any team to lose this, but what a win it would be if there is a successful side.
Bertrand, nice.
That's rather skewed off his head in the end.
90 minutes.
Yeah,
we have to score here.
Catch it properly. I think he
We have to score
closed his
right
eyes
now.
there.
Goodmanson.
If we can get the ball back, they've been holding the ball quite well.
2 minutes left. That's added time.
Oh, come on!
Trying to switch on.
Don't hold the ball away from me.
Power in this situation.
Oh, lovely save from McCarthy. I thought it was going in.
Turned it over the bar. Oh, the tension's starting to rise. It's a corner. That's a
Oh, crossbar.
Actually hit the frame of the goal.
Yeah, brought an ooh from the crowd, that one.
That's my first counter-attack. Come on.
And the scores are level.
No worries. So the game ended 1-1. I think I got lucky with that game because being a man down, I shouldn't have scored there. We're going to end the match in a draw. Gabbiadini got the best player on my team. As for their team... Oh, Gabbiadini gets the man of the match. Okay. Normally they have like a match ball next to it, but they didn't this time. Okay. Well, Gabbiadini gets the man of the match. He did quite well. The only player that I was slightly disappointed with was probably the wingers, but they couldn't get the ball in too much. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that game. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Take care.